that the rest of Europe and the rest of the world is really accelerating right now. And it's just a US kind of related problem. I mean, obviously the US over time has outpaced Europe, but this year it's a complete opposite if you look at the VGK, the Vanguard European All World Index. So I was just going to say that this is a company that's not just performing well potentially here in the United States, but also worldwide. I mean, such a big brand. So yeah, J&J continues to work. I would say anything to dip by anything into the 200 period, pretty good. But 200 period hasn't really meant that much for J&J. So I don't know, not too interested in it at these levels in the middle. I think you either sell the top or you wait again for a move down in, and you just sit in this name. I don't think you're at too much risk here one way or the other. So yeah, J&J, a good name, you know, a better trade name, as we had mentioned there, probably a Moderna or even an ETF. So yeah, J&J right now, not too bad. I'd say pick it up on weakness if you do think that this case is going to get, you know, passed on to the wayside here. NVIDIA trying to move right now, NASDAQ trying to get green. Let me just for fun, let me check what NMAX is at. I haven't looked in a minute. Okay, 117. So actually, we were actually looking at this when it was at its highs. This is when we were sort of talking about it there, that there's the move back in. So we said the shorts at some point are going to come, and then there it is, right? There's that wick high again, followed by I mean, this is exactly how we'd sort of explained it. It's actually wick high right there again. So this could be another short using this as your stop, 118. You know, I let some volume come into this one at open before trading it, but you know, you have a $2 spread right now, and there's no halt mechanics in the after hours or post market, pre market, right? So just hearing that Roblox again, we brought this to you at $60 and change, 62.50 right now. There goes Roblox. We had it on the screen. Deal with Google, or they're going to be using video ads now, partnering with Google, 30-second ads on the platform. There goes Roblox, up 7% again. You know, big moves there for RBLX, up 7%. Definitely something to look at today.
All right, Cathie Wood buying the dip big time in a couple of instances here. We'll talk about CoreWeave. First off, 3.25%. Nice move back above 38 right now. 38 a key level. If you go back to day one, she picked up 3.6 million, I guess, just dipping her toe. In CRWV, bought some Hood. A few other names in this list as well yesterday. So I was talking to Sharif about this a little bit yesterday. It's that time, or it feels like that time anyways, where you're going to start seeing these types of notes where people are buying this and testing the waters here and picking up a little of that. So Cathie Wood kicking it off maybe yesterday.
Cathie Wood's always a little bit different though, because she tends to buy whenever she feels like, so she's a little bit of an exception. That being said, as mentioned here, Robinhood, apparently this transaction valued at roughly $1.32 million, buying just under 32,000 shares. Another one that was of interest here, GTLB being purchased, apparently 178,000 through one ETF, almost 300,000 through another ETF. Unity getting sold a little bit here in Tempest AI, some shares being purchased for $2.4 million, roughly 50,000. So tons of tickers on watch today with the Cathie Wood trade, TEM, HOOD, and CoreWeave, probably the most interesting though.
Yeah, nice bounce so far here for CRWV, guys.
I mean, look, CoreWeave, I didn't even pay for low case today. And if it breaks 39, I like the 40 level because that was the issue price, and that's what I wanted to short yesterday. The way it's going now, though, maybe I do go ahead and pay for that. And then if it gets to that 40 level, I'm missing the open. You can't even see the open. Anyways, it opened at like 39, has struggled at 40 initially before eventually breaking out and then closing on the first day at 40. So if you get into 40, that's the level I've been looking to short. The name on that list that's also interesting is Robinhood. I mean, like a lot of things did that big recovery day. Robinhood has, like, it's holding the same support that you had before. If it wasn't for Micron and the crypto names, I'd probably be looking at Robinhood for a bit of a breakout or a dip into 41. But as I said, I like Micron today because the structure of the trade starts with what I love and that foundation at the 84 level. So, you know, being long Micron to me, I just prefer that. I want to be long into that 86. I want to be long into 84. And you know, as long as it's holding those levels, I want to be buying dips. I want to be buying VWAP on Micron instead. I'm waiting for 86 initially, but at this point, maybe we don't get that dip buys, and balances also just hit.
Yeah, I was going to say a name for me is Palantir. That could be another Cathie Wood buy that's always on her mind for sure. Palantir down here to $83. Again, just looking at some names that were at afternoon lows. We looked at it. We're going to look at NVIDIA down here. NVIDIA is going to be my number one play on the sticky note today. And that was buying 107, this dip right into there. Yesterday, we absolutely crushed AMD. It turned out to not even have been traded to just my number one stock by far there when we were all said and done yesterday, and that was buying right here off of this level three times. Like we bought, and then we didn't even have any on when it came back in there. There's the move there at 2 o'clock. We had a little bit on, and then we took it back upside again. So closing near the highs, a little choppy there. I don't know what was up with all those dark pools, but at the end of the day, AMD looks like it wants to work again today, and so does NVIDIA. So the number one play here on the note is going to be 107 longs for NVIDIA. Again, could come in, could not. I think it does, though. Just be patient with it. If it doesn't, we'll find something else, right? I mean, that's the name of the game. That's what we do here. Even the futures right now are going to be a play for me today. Just a matter of letting it settle down. We've done really well on those lately as well. For anybody that's following Cathie Wood, I mean, you know, Cathie is buying. I mean, Cathie was buying. I would say buys all the way down in, right? I mean, taking advantage of CoreWeave and some of the knowledge that they have. All of you guys can sort of build your own arc if you wanted to. I think it's not that hard to do that. But if you are going to be following Cathie Wood, she does have a great year so far. I mean, coming in from January, it's about flat once this settles down. You could see sort of the epic fall here for Cathie's arc. But at the end of the day, you know, not doing too bad. We talked about where we are on the year. There's January, so we were just into here. So we're going to be down on the year from 54 or so to 47. But at the end of the day, these are companies that rarely have PEs. They're forward-looking. You know what you're getting involved with Cathie Wood and some of those names on there. CoreWeave, Robinhood, you know, it's a good basket. You got to believe in those names. And right now, I think stronger balance sheets and cash and all that kind of stuff is what's ruling the day. I mean, I always just go back to, thankfully, we were able to get some money into Berkshire 6-8 months ago, and that's at highs, and that's a big cash position and in the financials, right? So a completely different tone than what's going on with ARC. But again, place for it in everybody's portfolio. I mean, I would say, you want to take shots in the dark, and instead of building your own arc, you know what's involved with hers. You can go Google that all the way. You mentioned imbalances. Was there anything?
Nothing stood out on the imbalance.
No, 500,000.
Nothing stands.
Yeah, we have them up here if you want to show them, Fabian.
IonQ.
Yeah, IonQ, that's it. There's nothing else, really. So IonQ right there on New York. Is it getting a bump up? Yes, it is. Wow, IonQ this morning. Wow, huge move there. Okay, that's definitely worth a look there as well. RGTI, anything going on over here? $8 looks like they're trying to go as well. Nice move, 8 to 8.15, so not too much there on RGTI. But we're getting ready to rock and roll. NMAX as well.
125.
127, yeah, exactly.
Oh, check the...
Same, yeah. Whatever price you say, Neil, is not going to be wrong because we have a good chance of getting there.
Spread's
Now it's 130, by the way, so here we go. 10 seconds left. 132.
I'm looking at it like I'm going to trade it. No, not going to happen. But ring that bell, Adara, in 3, 2, and 1.
All righty, we are now open. And get ready for a halt. Newsmax was just at 132. Now it's at 125 and looking to see what's going on. Looks like they're trying to build a short there. It's not even open yet, sorry, my bad. But 125 was just holding right there. So, all right, well, we'll watch out for that. Not open yet, Newsmax, a New York name, right? So here we go. There's the dip buy opportunity for you in Tesla. Look at the futures. Whoops, all the way down there to the downside. It looks like Tesla trying to hold pre-market low of 261. It's too early, Tesla. You're not going to catch me in there yet for that one. All right, man, we did like Apple. Where am I bidding on Apple? 219.25. How low did we get there, man? 219.27. That's a shame. We'll have to buy some Apple here.
Oh, it's a bit of a dip happening in Micron, but not necessarily enough yet. But Mara did the dipsy-do. Right at the open, it just dropped a couple of points. So again, Mara just turning red and heading to the downside. This stays weak underneath that $12 level. But we're looking dip buys first. As you mentioned, Tesla, which I'll have to wait for that to settle down. Tesla did a small dip, and it's already back through 265. So Tesla, I don't want to say going ham, but certainly that reversal was quick and it was violent off of the open. Priority for me is going to be Micron on first available dip. It looks like it tried to take out pre-market lows. Let's zoom in so you can see it better. Tried to take out pre-market lows, barely wicked underneath. I didn't want to break out on this today. I thought we'd be heading down. The market is, like the ES is heading to the downside.
Yeah.
So I'm hesitant to want to jump into this off of VWAP, but I'm not going to wait forever on MU.
Yeah, we don't want to be too, caught up here with some of these moves. So here we go, man. We said that everything was a little too early, but Apple is the one that actually fell in. The only problem here is Apple's actually going Oppo right now because it's down 1.3%. Yeah, Oppo taco time. It's down 1 1/3 while the market's only down 1/3. So right now, a little more aggressive to the downside here is Apple. So let's rest on this. We wrote down 218 and change for AAPL. So if it continues to fall in, then we'll have to wait for it. 218. Let's see if it wants to hold, man. I mean, maybe that bottom is 218.40s, something like that. We'll give it a shot if it does come back in. So Apple right here, going to buy this dip closer to 218.50 if we're able to do that. So that's what's coming in right now for me is Apple. And then the other look, Tesla. Wow. Can't believe we were just looking at that and we were like, oh, it's right into the 200 period again. All right, well, let's just hope that Apple can go.
Well, I can tell you Bitcoin did make a test of the low, broke very, very briefly, and now right back above. So there's the low, there's pre-market lows, it broke. That's that resistance area from yesterday, a little bit of a tester, and then it came right back above it. So I'm going to go long here in the 50s and try and hold it to the local bottom in here. On IBIT, the other thing we're looking at is going to be Micron. Micron's starting to head back down. So with that VWAP right now, I think we have a chance that this could get down here and give us a fill. Let me just cancel. I don't need those 86s.
Newsmax went to 150. So it's
the 4 a.m. high was $150 on Newsmax.
Yeah, it went to 147.50 there. So almost got there right now. For Newsmax falling back into
150.
Wow. Okay, here we go, man. All right.
You gotta be kidding me.
This could be a day goal met right here as Apple trying to break through 220 right now. So here we go, man. First trade of the day for me is Apple, and it's exactly what we waited for on our note. So let's see if this one wants to continue to get up there just a little bit higher. Would be nice. We're waiting at 220, so hopefully we can get that. And then after that, then we'll go to 220.25, so on and so forth. We just missed it. We got some out here too. We got some out in the 70s. We did good there all the way up. But we are waiting for that 220. We were sitting. Thank you, Fabian. We were sitting at 219.95. So it almost got there. We'll wait to see if we can get it one more time. So apparently NVIDIA going to the downside.
NVIDIA is starting to fall pretty big here. But like I said, I'm looking at I am looking at MAR, but I'm looking at Micron. As NVIDIA just broke bottoms at 108. So Micron testing the pre-market lows, 87.3. I'm just going to zoom it out enough so you can see the prior high. I want to be into this long, but I want to see some buyers start to come in. With NVIDIA falling, the chips are more apt to follow suit because NVIDIA is always a little bit of a leader. You know what? I'm going to nibble in here at 87.5 and get in for the first time there on MLGO. What happened on MLGO?
MLGO just halted. We just got long at 28 there, not really paying too much attention.
Halted up?
No, halted down. So MLGO, not a good move here. We're in it. We're just in it because it's at our level of 28 that we sort of thought about. So let's wait to see where this name opens up today, or off this move. We're in it right now. But oh boy, Neil, there it is, man. It doesn't take long to get into that club right there. So there it is, man. It's $1 right now for us on Apple. And there's the fill that we were waiting for. So let's go, man. There it goes, Apple. What a banger right there, AAPL. So props it up to all of you guys. Neil, I know the big play that you were talking about all morning, Micron. So I hope that works out. But our big play here was Apple. So there it goes, nicely cooking there to that upside. Not really a Tim Cook reference, but it is making that move there to the upside. So, hey, man, we're in it, and maybe not to win it here as MLGO. We're going to have to be patient and wait to see where this one opens up right now because never a good opportunity, never a good feeling.
Oh, the market's thumping.
Yeah, it's my bad to be in this one, by the way, because, we should have not just kept our bid there. It's a small position for me on ML. What's up? Is that
just come back.
MLGO.
Well, we'll stay here for a quick second because We took the long back above pre-market lows, but you took out that prior bottom wick, so I'll be out of IBIT. Micron we're going to hold on to. Micron we like to give a little bit of a wider berth. It's a level that we like more. It's a stock that we like a little bit more today, pulling back into prior day highs. I want to see it hold yesterday's bottom, and then we're going to add to this once we confirm that we're holding these lows over there on Micron. Anyone looking at that Newsmax, obviously it's going to be moving around a bit. Any halts are going to be like 5 minutes, but we're adding to Micron on a hold of this prior day low on MU. And just be careful. Those chips catching a little bit of a bid here, but a lot of things broke those bottoms. Tesla broke back down to 260. That's a name we liked in front of 256. It's not there yet. I'm trying to be patient with Tesla. I want it a little bit lower. When Tesla goes down at the open, usually you can get a little bit of a better price. I'm trying to be patient with Tesla. Micron we're in, but I want more.
All right, bang. There it is, man. We're going to go 2 for 2 here. Big time 2 for 2 as well on the sticky note, man. NVIDIA was a big trade. It just fell right into 107 for us, so giddy up on that one as we continue just to celebrate that play. And then, oh boy, guys, look at Apple. I mean, again, like, it's getting to the point where I keep saying it, and I just hope that some of you are over here, because this is exactly, we talk about why we're here. There's NVIDIA long 107, so that's in the money huge right now. Well, we took it out, but it's still there. You can take it right now. And then the Apple long at 219 was a monster. And to me, that's the big one right now, as Apple keeps on going to the upside. We'll take some out here at the pre-market highs again, and then we'll see if we can hold on, because maybe it is going to be that day. All right, man, there's NVIDIA. So right back in again. We could try to reload what we had on board right now. I know you're in Micron, so we're in these chip names here, and we're going to wait to see where we go from here, but it's not looking too nice. We're going to get out at, we already have this stop here on NVIDIA, 106.75. So if we continue to go lower here, we will punch out of NVDA. I don't know what your plan is on Micron or even how that's going, because I know they can sometimes trade.
Well, Micron's about 10 cents out of the money,
okay,
so
that's
it's not
bad.
Like, it's not going crazy, but Tesla is in the pocket. Oh, it just broke 260 and came back. I thought we were going to get that push down. We broke 260. We're looking at 256 that we want to be able to grab out in front of. It looks like it's going to be bouncing now. Unfortunately, I am into Amazon for the first time as well. Remember Amazon 190 to 191. We like that one short. Well, it just pressed into the pre-market highs. So started here at 189.25. But I think a press through 190 is possible, and I want to catch it on the way back in. So it's still just Micron. I might have missed a chance in Tesla. Didn't want too many names, but Tesla was one of them off of that 256 level. All right, it's still heading downside. Let's just be patient with Tesla. If it wicks 260, I don't want to jump in too early. But this is one that we wanted to be able to grab for sure on Tesla. Let's see if we're able to get it. What happened to Micron? Micron did not. Sometimes you put the stop order in the wrong spot, but I'll just punch in and out at the same price. So I was in at an average price of 87.38, but my stop, it didn't break 87. So I'm just going to jump right back in. If we lose the high, I want to be out and wait for 86. But we didn't actually lose the prior day high there just yet. So Tesla looking like it's got a bottoming tail at that 260. I don't know if the case can be made to go into that long just yet. Trying to preach patience, but that's looking like a very good setup here for Tesla, holding that high. If it closes above 260, maybe I take one little shot and then wait for the bigger trade a little bit later.
I'm trying to figure out what's going. Newsmax
halted 135.
Halted, yeah. We're going to get out some more here because we
just only buy that stock.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, shoot, this is going to halt again here for us on MLGO. We got out of half of this. We didn't have a very big play, but we are getting out here. It's going to halt again. Hopefully we can get filled. We may not on M. There it is. Okay. So it actually kind of false halted there at the end, and we wind up clearing it out. So we'll lose on that one. It wasn't bad, though, honestly. Like, it's bad because we lost on it as we were just trying to trade that name. But 99 problems, man. Profit today ain't one of it for me here because we've got NVIDIA, which is an absolute monster, exactly as we had thought, man. We even reloaded it back down there. So again, I'm glad that we had Mitch on there because we talked about being confident And the number one thing to have is going to be confidence, because whether or not your play works or not, like we'll take an L there on MLGO, but you know, we're up 3 times that on Apple right now, right? So know the risk that you're putting involved with certain plays, right? We do have risk on NVIDIA. Unfortunately, it's not really moving the way I'd hoped it would early. So let's wait on it. We'll capture that profit. Now okay, there it is. So even despite that, there it is, 1-day goal met right there. So I saw eerie pages. I saw some people yesterday talk about, like, you know, they wish they could have the lifestyle of just making a trade, then going on, doing other work or doing whatever. There it is, right off the open. So just there to show you, just off these 2 plays, our 2 number 1 ideas, plus a losing idea. So going 2 for 3 there. Day's goal, proper share size, but you got to get out, right? So we're going to stay on it, just identifying where the play is right there. So, all right, that's what that is. Hopefully it continues to work. I don't know if we can get higher from here or not, but Newsmax also right there. Yeah, that just halted. So that one going upside. Let me just check out MLGO. Oh yeah, that halted again as well. So we are out of that one. All right, there goes NVIDIA, there goes Apple, and was that for Adara? I think so, right?
We'll go to Adara in a quick little second. We had a little stall at VWAP here on Micron, so I'm going to get some out in front of VWAP and buy the next available dip. Newsmax, we don't have a theoretical auction price on it for Newsmax. All I see is the price that it halted at, 135.5. So trying to get this, you know what, let me just move to 78 and cancel 80s, move to 78, and then it prints 80. So take a little bit more out on MU as we are now going to Adara.
Keep an eye here in QSG. Quantasing, small cap runner on watch, about 30 million share float. QSG near days highs and near that $5 level, so that's one to watch out for. So I want to let you guys know in a couple of minutes, we're going to be getting our first economic print of the day. 9:45, we're going to be getting the S&P manufacturing PMI. 10 a.m., we'll get some more numbers as well, including JOLTS job openings and ISM PMI. Back to you.
Thank you, Adara. It's going to be, those are 2 big numbers coming through, 1 in 3 minutes, and then obviously at 10 o'clock as well. So I did get that early stop out on IBIT, but it's actually holding the low. So a wick bottom on the 3. You need to close this candle holding the pre-market low. I want to see this put in a higher low, man. Like, show me that you can put in a higher low, and then we can jump on over and try to get more, or get back into, I shouldn't say more, I should say get back into IBIT. Micron holds out at prior day highs, but only goes to VWAP. So I'm just going to rinse and repeat. It dips down again. I want to be long out in front of that 87 level if we can get it. And speaking of dips, looks like we're dipping in Tesla after just failing VWAP just now. So this could be the chance where we actually get Tesla on the bid. Wanted it into that afternoon bottom. So far, haven't had a shot at it yet. I think Tesla can still come in for us there. That's the long that we did not grab, unfortunately, on TSLA. Either it holds VWAP or it gives us that fill down around underneath 260. I don't want to put a pin on it because you never know where the bottom and tail candle is going to come in.
All right, so yeah, we are now $3 in the money on the longs right now. I see the only short that we have is Amazon, so we'll have to wait to see what happens there. But for now, man, there goes Apple. Like, what a move. Honestly, I don't know. I keep getting out, but I'm also saying, like, let's hold on to these. So I'm going to take some more out as we continue to go upside, right? And there's the dollar right there on NVIDIA. So nice move there for NVDA back up through 108. So we'll just take advantage of that and continue to watch some of these names. But there goes Amazon, NVIDIA and Apple right there to the upside. MLGO, are we open yet? No, we are not, but we're going to open soon. So we took that at 28. Out off open at 27.30. We should have got them all out. We got out of half, and then we lost the next bit half downside right there. So, you know, a hit is a hit, but at the end of the day, we'll make more on both NVIDIA and on Apple. So we'll go 2 for 3, hit the goal, and now wait to see what happens next. So, yeah, we're still both in these same 2 plays. So I'm glad that you guys are with us as we get ready for numbers, which are right now. You know,
right now we should have JOLTS.
Yeah, I mean, we could go to Adara at any time. So let's go.
Sorry about that, guys. We do have S&P manufacturing PMI 50.2, slightly higher than 49.9 expected and 49.8 previous. Market not reacting too much to this print. Again, slightly higher than expected for the S&P manufacturing PMI. That came in there at 50.2 versus 49.9 expected. Now we're trying to push a little bit to the upside. Again, the bigger numbers today are going to come at 10 a.m. JOLTS job opening, some construction spending data, and ISM manufacturing PMI, the more closely watched of the 2. Back to you.
Yeah, it looks like we got a wick on that number. To the downside on Micron, but to the upside on Amazon. So slap to fail on Amazon. We just broke that 190 half. The pre-market, essentially I'm working off this high and not the crazy wick. The afternoon high at 190 and a half. But that just broke out to the upside. But what's coming down is Micron. So we're failing VWAP on Micron. It bounced 87 to 88. My best fill was at 87.5 or 87.8. Looking to jump back in the bid at 87. The other name we're trying to get back into the long, there's Amazon breaking out the high. So I'm not jumping back into that short unless it curls, trend break, something that shows me we can get on the other end of that trade. IBIT, not much movement on IBIT. A little bit of a sleeper over there in Bitcoin. And Tesla. Tesla's the one that we're looking for that long. It's starting to give up that ghost. Suddenly it looks a lot like yesterday on Tesla. Bottoming tail at the bottom, break the low, and then make that higher low at some point. Yesterday gave you the double bottom. Today, I'm hoping it does the same because I want this under VWAP. I don't want to be buying this $5 from the low on TSLA, especially when the market's not doing much of anything here. So Micron, we'll get the reload. It's a good thing we took some out because it's like only 25 cents in the money. It was just $1. I think we get a chance at a reload there and hopefully a first fill in Tesla off of prior day highs.
Okay, yeah, good look over there, and good job getting out. I mean, that Amazon, it's so early in the day. Like we say, man, it's not worth sitting too much into some of these trades. I'm thinking about the same thing here with many of these names. There goes NVIDIA. Now that's $1.30. Apple's almost $3, sorry, now in the money as we go. So I'm just going to sit here and let these continue to just climb. There's absolutely no reason at this point to get out of anything. I mean, this is just a ripping market here today. Nice move, right into the low, then right into the high again. So there we go, man. Apple just, wow, what a move. We had one of the bigger months in March, and now starting in April here, it's kind of, the same type of thing, sticking with, okay, now we're $3. Now we're $3 as we go. And again, like this is the list right there, 219, right, on Apple. We almost actually, it's too bad because we were waiting for a little bit more down there. It didn't break too much below. And again, we talked about where our stop is, right? It's at 218.40s. So we are going to risk here on this trade about 80 cents or so. So it's a nice move up now, going $3. And then, so we have $3 plus $1.60 in NVIDIA. Look, I mean, this name, wow, is just ripping. So, so far so good here again today. Like, I hope everybody's having a big day. We had a good one there yesterday. We'll have a good one here today, hopefully anyways, as we continue to go very, very early. 1.5 times daily goal right now met on the day. So a daily goal, obviously. So there's MLGO, halted one more time, downside. So good thing we got out. It's crazy. We'd be at 2x day, but we did trade this. You got to be responsible for what we do. NMAX as well. Right now 121. So maybe it's had its day in the sun one more time, but I don't know either. So there it goes, man. NMAX. So
NMAX hasn't broken the day's range.
Look at Apple.
It's gone up, down, and around. Local break on IBIT, so it just broke VWAP in here. So we're taking our second shot at IBIT. Still want to give it to the same area. So we're waiting for it to hold prior day highs. It's starting to do so now. I did not get the reload on Micron yet.